So Sachin and you would be here from the synth data team, right?
Yes,
Such
correct.
thing.
Yeah, I'm here as well.
Okay. Okay. So guys, do you guys have any idea about generative AI, Gen AI? What is
Yeah, we have a
generative AI?
little bit idea about the generative AI. Uh, but there are many use cases depending on where you would like to use AI. So we would like to know what is the use case here and how we are going to use the AI. I saw the platform. It's used based on LLM model. They are using the platform. So in parallel, looks like machine is also rating the prompts.
Correct, correct. So the basic understanding that I would like to give you all here is that uh, like we have ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot with us, right? So it's based on the generative AI technology. It generates content in the form of text, speech, video, audio, all of that. So likewise, our client would like to, is working on their generative AI system, and for that they need raw data to make their system more accurate, more capable, and stronger. Okay. So the thing is here. So just like if we ask a question to ChatGPT, so the question that a user asks to ChatGPT is known as a prompt, or not ChatGPT. I should say Gen AI. If a user asks any question or gives any task to a Gen AI, it's known as a prompt, and the response, the answer that is being generated, is known as a response. Okay. So what here we are going to do is basically for their Gen AI system, we need to rate two responses that have been generated from one particular prompt. So, for example, I'm a user and I'm asking my Gen AI that tell me the distance between Earth and Sun, and I get two different responses for that. So, which response is better? That is what we are gonna rate here and compare here. And for that, we have three dimensions in which we are going to rate these responses on. Which is first is harmlessness. Okay, is the which of the response is more harmless. Second one would be honesty, which of the response is more honest. And the third one, which is another dimension, is helpfulness, like which of the response is more helpful. So the goal of this, to circle back and let you guys know, the goal of this collection is to recognize and evaluate difference between two possible responses to a particular prompt. You will be directly comparing two responses across three dimensions, as I said: harmless, honest, and helpfulness. Okay. You will also compare these responses by overall ratings, which would be giving them a particular rating for an particular individual response. So, like we used to do questionnaires in our daily lives, like right. We give ratings to a customer executive when we call a customer service guy. Okay. Like we give ratings to any online product that we buy from any online site, e-commerce site. So just like that, we have 1 to 7 scale, which 1 is the minimum and 7 is the maximum rating that can be given to a particular response. So the two responses that we have, we need to give uh, individual ratings for both the responses from 1 to 7. Am I Am I good? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, Anuj.
Okay. Just interrupt me wherever you want, and please ask questions wherever you feel like, whenever you feel like.
Sorry, Anuj, I just want to ask, are you going to share anything on the screen?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
giving you a basic understanding first before me going ahead and sharing my screen.
Okay,
Yes.
no worries.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and share the screen for you. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so as I said, we need to compare two different responses for a particular response, and these two responses will be compared on three dimensions. First one is harmlessness, second one would be honesty, third one would be helpfulness, and apart from that we'll be giving an overall ratings for each of the responses, and we'll be checking which we'll be saying which response is better, and by how much it is better. Okay, so uh, let's go through the protocol that we have. So it says carefully read the prompt and both the responses. Then it says use criteria defined in the dimension scale definition section to assist your evaluation for each dimension. Dimensions are harmless, honest, and helpful. The harmless dimension says it relates to responses that are sensitive in nature. Okay, so for example, if I take if I ask chat gpt or my gen ai that what is the difference, what is the distance between earth and sun, and it gives me a response saying, oh, so you don't even know the distance between earth and sun, how stupid of you, here you go, the distance between earth and sun is xyz kilometers. Okay, so this response is harmful. It is mentally affecting the user, that it's not acceptable by a particular user in the society. So likewise, we have to see which of the responses is less harmful. Okay, another example of harmlessness would be if I ask my gen ai that how do I build a nuclear bomb, and it starts giving me an answer for that, so that particular response would be more harmful than the other one which says, I'm sorry, I can't give you any details about this topic. Are you getting me? Hello, yes, no, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes, Anuj.
I think it's all clear.
Okay,
I think
okay,
so far so good.
cool, cool. The second one says honest. So this dimension rates the accuracy of response relative to external and internal objective truths. So when I ask my Gen AI that what is the distance between Earth and Moon, let me just go ahead and Google it right now. That what is the distance between Earth and Moon? So exact distance between Earth and Moon is 151.39 kilometers, million kilometers. Okay, and one of the responses say that the distance between earth and moon is around 140 million kilometers, and the other one gives me an exact number of 151.39 million kilometers. So the one which is giving me crisp and correct answer is the one which is honest, more honest, and the one
But
which is giving me a wrong number or a wrong detail would be less honest, and we'll be marking it as less honest.
so, so you basically here, Anuj, we can trust Google, or is there any pro
You can
websites or
you can visit you to be honest, what I did was, while I was doing the pilot batch, I was using Google. I was using
or
Chat GPT to
Mhm.
to get the answer if there is any factual or a figure detail that I want to
Like
understand.
even within Google, like we used to like source the trusted site. For example, if the source is Wikipedia and you get that
Correct.
information of, so then we can
Mhm.
trust, okay, this is coming from Google search, but through Wikipedia, that is trustable, not
That is trustable.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 correct. Correct. So those questions or those prompts in which facts and figures is involved, then only we'll be using this dimension to uh, compare the two responses. For example, I have a prompt wherein it says, uh, please write me a short story for a kid of five for 5 lines, and the story should include the word tree and house. So this is a question wherein the generative AI, Gen AI system can be as much as creative as it can be, as it can. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no facts or figures, to assess the response on. So in that cases, we'll use the option as tie, and we'll be giving almost the same as the answer for the comparison in the case of honesty. So in short, basically honesty will be compared only used only when there is some fact or figures that is required in the prompt or response. Whereas when there is something which is generated by an AI itself, the prompt
Yeah.
requires the AI to generate an answer for itself, any unique answer, then we would say that there's a type, there's no comparison or a tie between both the responses, and both the responses as almost the same honest.
Yeah. So there are
Okay.
chances that in the honesty you will see many ties.
Many.
Many times you will tag as a tie
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
depending. Yeah.
There would be a lot of chances that we'll be seeing tie in most of the cases.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the third one comes helpful. So a response is helpful when it is let me go ahead and read it out. The dimension primarily relates to whether the response fully satisfies the human's prompt, as well as other aspects of response quality, including repetitiveness, missing or too much information, whether the response is consistent with humans tone and personality, as well as spelling, grammar and punctuation. Okay, so basically when a response is given wherein if there is a question, is if there is a prompt wherein like I said, write me a short story for a kid whose name is Devin, and the story should be a 5 liner story with the words using tree and a house. We have two responses in which both of them used the kid's name as Devin, and only one of the responses used the word tree, and one of the responses used both the words tree and a house, and the house in the whole story. So the more helpful response would be the second one, wherein all my specification that I have asked in the prompt has been met. The my first specification, my first ask in the prompt was the name of the kid should be Devin. Second was the story should be of 5 lines. Third was it should include the words tree and house. These were my three asks from the in the prompt, and all the three asks was satisfied in my second response. So my second response is more helpful. You getting it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
It's clear.
in in prompts like wherein I said what is the difference, how much is the difference between distance between Earth and Sun, wherein one response says the distance between Earth and Sun is around 150 million kilometers, and the other one says exact figure which is 151.39 million kilometers. So we know that the answer which is, for example, I am a student who is doing a research, right? So I'll be needing the exact figure that what is the distance between Earth and Sun if I'm doing research on universe. So the more helpful response for me would be the second one, wherein I got the exact distance. Correct. So this is how we're gonna uh, rate helpful dimension. Am I good till now?
Krish, are you okay?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So, for example, now let's take helpful dimension, and in the response, we have received that one response says the distance between Earth and Sun is around 150 million kilometers, and the other one says it's around uh, 90 90 crores crore miles. Okay. So when you go ahead and check Google for this answer, you'll be seeing the distance between Earth and Sun is 151.39 million kilometers, and in miles it is 93 9 crore 30 lakh miles. So it's almost the answer were near about the exact figure, right? So both of them. So in the dimension of helpful, I'll give tie to both to compare the response. I'll be using the option tie, and I'll be using almost the same as how much better the other response is. So if you see,
Mhm.
if both the response are equally good or equally bad, select tie. If you select tie, select almost the same for how much better the other response is for overall question.
So if it's tie, then how almost same is the other option you have
The
to
second
select
question, the second
because that's
answer.
the
Yes,
reason why it's tie.
absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So let's move on. Um, this is the user interface. I think you guys have seen this in the platform training. Next one, best practices. I think it is self-explanatory. Now, end-to-end guidelines. This is important. Okay. So step one, read the prompt and the two responses carefully. That we're gonna do. Second one, assess each response against the three dimension. So guys, when you are rating each and every prompt and the responses, just follow these steps while rating. First, you compare the responses in the three dimensions, and also the three dimensions should be in order. First one to be helpful, second first one to be harmful, second one to be honest, and third one to be helpful. In these three order, you're going to rate the particular prompt. Then the third step is determine which response is better. And the next one is determine how much better the preferred response is. Okay. Fifth step would be provide an overall rating from 1 to 7 for both the responses. So the thing is here now, when you have given the rating for harmful, honest, and helpful, then you'll be having questions for the particular responses, wherein you'll be asked that which response is better overall, and you have to rate the responses individually from a scale of 1 to 7, like how much rating would you give to response 1, how much rating do you give to response 2, and this rating also should be in a particular manner. That manner is uh, I'll explain you that, algorithm or logic behind the manner you have to rate. So the response you determine to be better should be rated higher. Of course, you'll be rating it higher than the other response, right? Use the evaluation from step 4 to assist your evaluation of this step. So step 4 was how much better the preferred response is. You'll be using this answer to answer the next question, which is how much better uh, which response is better than the other. Then you need to select almost the same, barely better for the response wherein you see both the response are almost the same and you have a tie between both the responses. For example, let me go ahead and share you my screen. Just a sec. Let me know if you can see my screen. So this is the platform that we created on our sides on Power Apps for our pilot project. Okay, and we went ahead and gave the rating according to our understanding of the protocol. Now, so the prompt here is write me the first line of a short children's story about a bunny named Aurora that uses the gender pronouns she slash her. The story should be called Aurora's memorable birthday party. Okay, and we got two responses here. Certainly, Aurora's the bunny was turning 8 year old. She wanted to throw a big party for herself. Okay. The second one was yes, Aurora the bunny was turning 5 years old. What do you want to happen next? What should happen next? So in these both the responses, which response do you think is better? So what we understood was response one is better because first the when you see the prompt, the first line of the about a bunny named Aurora, both of the lines says Aurora the bunny. It fulfilled this condition. The gender should be she. Here you don't understand the gender of the bunny here. But then if you see this response, they have mentioned that she wanted to throw a big party for herself. So we can understand that the bunny is a female. Now the third parameter, that was the story should be called this Aurora's memorable birthday party. Both the responses didn't write the title of the story, but then in this response you can assess that there is a birthday party going to be there in the story. But in this line, in this first line, in this response, you don't get to know that if there is a birthday party in the story or not. So that's why we preferred response one as better. And then we said how much better is the response to you that you preferred. So we said that response one is slightly better than response two. And accordingly, we gave them the rating from scale 1 to 5, 1 to 7. These numbers, these 1 to 7 numbers also mean something, which is what I'm going to, explain you about in the in the next part. But then when we go to the dimension section, here you see harmless, honest, and helpful. So first, we went ahead and um, uh, compared in the dimension of harmlessness. So both the uh, responses you see, there's no harmful words or there's no nothing rude about the responses, right? So we went ahead and marked it as tie. And the next question has almost the same. How much better is the response that you prefer? We said almost the same for this particular prompt and response, because there is nothing harmful in both the responses. Then we come to honest. Again, we said, as I said, there is no factual information that is needed in the prompt. So this can be creative, as much creative as it can. So we mentioned it as tie and mentioned almost the same as for the next question in honesty dimension. Next comes, which response do you think is more helpful? Now, in overall, if you have selected response one as your preferred response, then for helpful also you would be selecting response one only for your helpful response, cause this response has met all the asks that are there in the prompt, and also it is uh, uh, com- complying all the uh, uh, how would I say? Uh, Basically, it is having all the specifications that the user have asked in the prompt. So that's why I have gone ahead and chosen response one as better, and response one as more helpful. And how much helpful the response to one is, I have used slightly better. That it is slightly better than response two. Are you getting my point here? Yes, no, maybe. Anyone?
Yes, Anuj.
Okay. Krishna? Krishna and Sat Singh. Sachinder, sorry. Your name is Sat Singh Arora. Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Yeah, it's all good with me.
Krishna, what about you? Are you uh, following the pace? Are you understanding what I'm trying to explain here?
Krish, are you there? Krish, you are mute. I don't know what's happened, if he's connected or not. Krishnana? Not sure, but Anuj, that's fine. I have got it, everything what you have shared so far.
Okay. Let me go ahead.
Such thing you are in located in Australia, is it? I'm right. That what Alfia said.
I don't know.
Sajinder, we
I think
have
I
Raghu also
this
in the
this
call with me.
yeah, Raghu, looks like this one is my of other account. It picked. I have two teams account. One is for which the company I contracted here, and I work in Australia. So they don't understand Sachinder Pal Singh Arora. So my name is Sach here.
Oh,
Okay.
So actually, I got your invite and it picked my other teams. So I have two teams installed.
okay,
That
okay.
I wonder how do you say Sach? So my name is pretty long, so that's why Sach is short. Otherwise, Sachinder in for India, Sachinder is fine.
Okay, okay, cool.
So
I just hope Krishna is also with us.
I don't know
Um,
what happened to Krish. I He's showing online, but he's not responding.
And Krishna is located in which state?
Krish is in Chandigarh.
Chandigarh. Okay.
Okay.
Anuj is also from
I'm
same place.
from Delhi.
Same place. Yeah.
I am actually from Delhi as well, but I left India long back, and I'm
Oh,
from, but I still visit twice a year. So I'm actually from near Harinagar.
okay, okay. I'm basically from Noida to be precise.
Okay.
So for me, Delhi is just like 5 minutes from my place.
Yeah,
Crossing
was
the
there
DND and
last
we
month.
reach, Delhi.
And I've been to
Yeah.
Australia last month actually for one day.
Which part?
No, I've been to New Zealand and
Oh,
accidentally I landed to Australia for one of the
uh,
project I've been to New Zealand then.
okay. Now next time maybe let me know. I'm in Sydney.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
that's great. I think I landed in
Yeah.
Sydney only. Yeah.
Your
Yep, yep. So
transit.
cool. Let me know next time you're here.
Sure, sure.
Okay, let's move
Well,
forward and
yeah, let's
let's.
continue, and I'll try to meanwhile check
I think we
with him
have
what's
phone
going
number
on.
of Krishna. Krishna shared the number. Why don't you dial and see
Yeah,
whether he's
yeah.
active or
So
not?
yeah, I'm going to call him. Actually, I'll mute
Okay.
it and I'll call him.
Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll continue. So basically, when you are selecting almost the better, the response rating between the two responses should be, having a difference of either a one rating, or it should be having the same rating when you are choosing almost the same for both the responses. For example, when you say which response is better, and you say that it's a tie between both the responses, then while rating the response, you won't be having an option to rate differently altogether. You can either rate the same number to each of the responses, or there can be a difference of one rating here and there. So for example, if you have rated response 1 as 5, then response should be either 4, 5, or a 6. Okay. The second one is, if you have selected slightly better for the response, you should be rated, the other response should be rated either 1 or a 2 rating of the difference between should be either of 1 or 2. So for example, you have rated response 1 as 5, then the second response should be either a 3, 4, 6, or a 7. So the difference between the two should be 1 or max to max 2 ratings. Then there is the third option, which is better. The difference between the two ratings should be 3 ratings apart. So for example, if you have rated response 1 as 4, the other response should be either a 1 or a 7. And like that, we have the fourth option, which is significantly better. And the distance between these two ratings is 4 or more. So for example, if you have rated response 1 a 2, then response 2 should be either a 6 or a 7. So there should be a difference between difference of 4 ratings between the two responses. Then comes the sixth step, which is compare each response against one another and determine your preference across each dimension. The options per response in each dimension will be similar to step 3 and 4. Which response, the question would be, which response do you think is better for each dimension? And then how much better the response is for the each dimension. So just like I showed you on the platform, uh, the question was like, uh, how which response do you think is more harmless, and how much better is the response that you prefer in terms of harmlessness. So for each dimension, there would be two follow-up questions. Which response is more harmless, honest slash helpful? The second question would be, how much better is the response that you preferred in terms of harmless, honest, and helpful. So basically, three dimensions. There will be six questions, two for each dimension. And for overall, you'll be having four questions. First one would be which response is the best? Which response do you prefer? How much better is the response than the other overall? Third question would be what would be the rating of the response first? And what would be the second? Next question would be what would be the absolute rating of response second on a scale of 1 to 7? That's it. So, so apart from that, this document consists of all the information that includes in harmlessness, that includes in honesty, whenever what other rules wherein you see the response is harmful, what are the rules when you see the response is honest, and likewise for helpfulness. So like this you have to check the protocol document and answer accordingly. Then comes dimension preference evaluation. In this you know this basically covers up some examples basically, and it also says that uh, you know uh, a response is major or a minor when basically if the response, the difference between two responses, the rating difference between two responses is just almost the same or slightly slightly better, then we say the prompt is basically a minor prompt. The prompt wherein the responses are way different to each other. I mean, if you say the response one is better than the response two, or response one is significantly better than response two, then we call it as a major response, major prompt response. Okay, that's these are some example of these of all the use cases that you guys would be facing. And like this is how major and minor are categorized. Then comes determine how much better the preferred response is compared to the other response. So for this also you'll be having general statements wherein general informations wherein you understand how what is the you know how would I say it, uh, like what all are the things which should be considered while evaluating that which response is better, which response is slightly better, and which is almost the same, and which is significantly better, like this. Then comes overall response ranking and ranking accuracy. So as I said, each of the ranking number 1 to 7 has its own meaning. So that this table that you see here consists of all the ratings and its definition. So 7 is the rating when you give when the response you select has no zero or no grammatical spelling or punctuation errors and meets all the specifications slash requirements that is mentioned in the prompt. And then we have 6 as great slash or mediocre, we can say. But here there can be a single punctuation error or a grammatical error, or there could be something the basically the response could be more comprehensive, not crisp to the asked prompt. Then we'll be marking it as a 6. Then comes mediocre. Mediocre is basically when we have the response contains spelling mistakes, no spelling mistakes, and no grammatical error, but then it doesn't follow either one of the uh, asks that has been asked in the protocol. A 5 response could be a little more comprehensive. Yeah, so sorry. So 5 is when given when the response is a bit less comprehensive, or is very much short, just like we had the first example that I showed you, wherein the response had to be a one liner, but then it was not clear that the line that was given in the response didn't response to didn't give us any meaning. uh, Let me just go ahead and share that screen again with you guys. Just a sec. So yeah, in this case, you see, uh, both of the responses are say or are perfect. There is no punctuation or grammatical error. But then you see this is a bit more comprehensive, and the user can understand what exactly was asked, and it is following the protocol. Wherein here also the ask is met, but then it is not that much comprehensive. So that's why we give this a 5 rating. uh, Apart from that, let's go to the fourth one. When do you give a rating as 4? So in this case, the response may be relevant and factually correct and helpful, but contains some grammatical or spelling error in the response. So whenever you see some grammatical errors, so it means that it has that response has been comes down to four rating. The second point in 4 rating is the response mostly fulfills the ask, and may contain a minor grammatical style error. So when you are rating for a response is whenever there is a slight grammatical mistake or a spelling mistake in the response, but then the response is fulfilling all the required ask in the prompt, then only you have to give 4 as the rating. Next comes the 3. uh, a response with a 3 rating has at least one of the following violations. First one is at least one spelling or grammatical error, does not meet all the prompt's instruction and parameters, provides false information or advice such as providing fake, incorrect, or discredited source. So basically, what if the Gen AI gives us an answer wherein it says that please go ahead and take a particular type of medicine. Now, Gen AI is not a doctor right now, professional doctor. But then again, he's suggesting a particular medicine which can be, having a negative effect also to the body of humans. So that's how we mark it as a bad response, because basically a response or a Gen AI cannot be a professional doctor or any profession. It can only suggest that this could be the reason, and it should only suggest to meet a doctor or a physician to get the uh, uh, disease cured, basically. So that's how and that's why you give the response as 3 rating. Then comes 2, which says bad or maybe terrible. It's between bad and terrible. So in this case, the response contains grammatical or spelling errors, distracts from the content of the response. The response does not completely fulfill the ask to the point where it seems nonsensical. So whenever if there might be chances wherein you will be getting a response wherein a line is repeated. For example, the distance between Earth and Moon is, and the next line is also the same. The distance between Earth and Moon is. So this line has been repeated two times, and then it gives us the factual information of these many kilometers. So this is rated as two because there is grammatical error. Second, there is a repetition of lines which is nonsensical, so that's why we give 2 as the rating. But then again, it gave us the distance between Earth and Moon, so that's why we rated 2. Else, if it would have been just said that the distance between Earth and Moon is dot dot dot, the distance between Earth and Moon is dot dot dot. The two lines would have been just repeated itself and not have given us the answer. The exact kilometers or whatever it is. So at that point of time, we'll be marking it as one, which is terrible. That it has the response is empty. If, there can be chances where response would be empty. Like I said, the response is nonsensical. The response is irrelevant to the dialogue history, violates the sensitive contents slash expectation, which may be harmful to a person to read. For example, if a response says to commit suicide, then we'll be marking that response as one, because that response is violating that the sensitive topics, and it is harmful for a human to read. And also when a response is rated 1 when does not contains a disclaimer, warning or recommendation for an expert's consultation, if one should have been included. So for example, if I am saying that I am having a headache, and for that I am also allergic to the medicine Disprin. And what if the Gen AI gives me an answer that take three tablets of Disprin, and uh, and do and whatever the response would be. So that three tablets of Disprin would be a poison for me, as I am allergic to that, and it might kill me in future. So at that point of time, we'll be marking it as terrible. And yeah, that's how we are going to label these responses in the scale of 1 to 7. So after this, we have some examples wherein you can see how a response is marked as in different forms of ratings. Then comes rank requirement, higher rank. All of this is basically the example of what should be the rating, what should be the dimension used, how which dimension is better. All of that, the examples are given here. So yeah, I think this is it. The you After this, you have the in-depth insights of how harmful, honest, and helpful is to be considered. How would you what does each of it means? So I request you to go ahead and have this Word document read it out thoroughly, so that you get more insight about this the three dimensions. I have given you an overview which will help you to just go ahead and start doing the work. But then it's very important to just go through this whole talk once at least, and create notes for yourself. And if you have any doubts, you can absolutely reach out to me at any point of time, and I'll take it forward. Are there any questions as of now, or is it understood? I don't know if Krishna is here or not.
I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah, Krishna. I think we lost you for a bit.
Yes, for 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, I was not there.
Okay. Okay. So this is how the things are gonna work. Sachinder, Krishna, for the second workflow, we haven't received any update from the client itself. We haven't received,
Mm-hmm.
input JSONs from the client itself. So we are holding on to that, and we are currently now focusing on the workflow one protocol. So we might be, getting the input JSON for that, the first protocol in in a couple of hours, and we'll be injecting that to the platform that we have the training on. Then I need one request and one help from you guys is I need
Mm-hmm.
a sheet, Excel sheet wherein I need the names of all the raters, 10 raters that I have suggested. I need the names of 10 raters and their email IDs as well. Apart from that, I also would be needing your email IDs and your names as team leaders, so that I can give you provide you an access for the tool.
Yeah, so you have mine and you have Krishna's,
Krishna's, yeah.
Anuj. Yeah, so we mainly Krish will be working with the team over there in India. The
Okay.
other thing is I was discussing with Ronak. I'm not sure whether it's the right platform or we have to have a other call
No, no,
to
you please go
discuss.
ahead.
So basically, do you have any go I have worked on many projects, very similar projects. So even
Okay.
like before ChatGPT released, I was
Okay. Okay.
working on Bard. Now it's called Gemini, the Google. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
Gemini.
I was directly working with Google when I was
Oh,
in
great, great.
Appen. Alfia and me worked together for very, very long time.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, so the thing here is, do you, I've seen like you're very, you know, it's a extensive guidelines. So
Correct,
it's
correct.
not just a single page, 3 page, four. With my experience, when you share very long guidelines with the users, they'll
Hmm.
get confused very easily.
Absolutely. So I'm working on the content. Actually, we have received, a video from our V7 guys as well about the protocol. I'm just gonna, get that checked before, sending it to you guys and before sharing it with the raters. So
Other thing is, do you have
yes,
any golden set? Because you don't want to put people directly onto the live data and ruin the data. So golden set is where you give them a playground to play and get hang of the work. At the same time, in the real scenario, you can get their actual judgment because
hmm,
giving a text document or a protocol versus giving them actual data to rate, you'll get a
correct.
real insight.
Correct, correct. Absolutely. So what we are here gonna do is, Sachinder, we have a team of QAs here in our
Okay.
organization. So we'll give them time to complete the ratings, and in the meanwhile, while they are doing the submitting the each and every prompt, our QA team will be going ahead and checking each and every prompt if they are doing it correctly or not. I am gonna be also one of the QAs in the initial stage, you know,
Okay.
to
Got
see
it.
whether the guys are understanding what is wrong or what is right. And apart from that, we might have a calibration call with the
Mm-hmm.
team and you guys, so that if there are any feedbacks, I'll pass on to it.
Cool. No,
So,
thanks. Don't
yeah,
worry, and I'll be in touch. Krish will be in touch.
sure.
Anything, you have my
So,
number as
Krishna,
well.
it's better that you create a WhatsApp group with the team and have me inside in that group added. So whenever there is any error or any issues that these guys would be facing, I am informed directly, and I can take this up with the right set of persons.
Okay, Anuj, we'll discuss on this.
Sure, sure. You guys have any
Uh,
questions for me?
yes, Anuj, I have one question. Like in the Excel sheet, you need the name, last name, and the email, right?
I name the full name. I need the full name and the email ID.
Okay. And what will be the process to onboard? Like if they will get the invitation or something, like
Yeah,
how exactly?
they're gonna get an invitation on their IDs, email IDs, and they need to use that invitation to log into the system, to the platform, basically using that invite.
Okay. So like
Yep.
what we had discussed in the last call like about the platform.
Mm-hmm.
So do
Correct.
we need to like add any names over there, like in anything like while registering? Any extra name?
Yes. So what I would need from you is I would need while we give them while we send them the invitations. I'll let you know over an email where what would be the initial for your team would be for this project, like the team that we had, right? Gladiator, Spartans, all of that. So which in the with the team that you guys gonna be in, I'll be sharing you the details for that. And while the raters will be registering themselves, they have to use that initial with an underscore and then their names. So when you share me the uh, the list, right? The Excel sheet. I'll revert you on that and I'll add the initials to that and please ask your team to use the same username. Okay.
Okay, sure. And Anuj, like, is there any way we can see like what exactly are the workers are doing? Like any view account
Yes,
or
yes,
like,
yes. So I'll be giving you a team leader access, Krishna. So in that you can see who all are working on which prompts, how many prompts, and you can also reassign a particular prompt to someone else if there is any absency of, or if there is someone who is not working properly or not giving time. You can actually go ahead and reassign that particular prompts to another person. Now
okay,
that as we know, right, that Thursday EOD will be submitting the the data with the client. Why are we taking Thursday EOD is because we are submitting the data for the first time, right? So we don't want, so the data is going to be converted into a JSON, and that JSON needs to be validated against the schema. So we don't want that schema to be, the JSON to be going wrong. So what we have got from the client's end is that they'll be reviewing the data that we are going to submit in 24 to 48 hours. So we'll be get having at least 1 day time to revisit and do the corrections. So that's why we are, we'll be needing the data, the completion of 2500 prompts in till Thursday. Post which I'll be letting you know the actual head count, and from your end also, you also assess what is the AST that your guys are taking, and accordingly we can plan with the head count.
okay, sure.
Okay.
I was going to ask, is there a way in the tool you can track the time?
So currently there is no way for that, but actually we have already raised this issue with the vendor, with the V7 team.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be working on it, and most probably by next week or uh, by the end of the first half of the next week,
Okay.
we'll be getting that update.
Yeah, because otherwise we have to just manually track.
Yes, yes. Initially, it'll take some efforts of us, but then later on we'll be having that included in the report.
No, that will be great because yeah, manually will be never accurate. Disregard how
Absolutely, absolutely. There would
yeah,
be some errors or discrepancies here and there.
yes.
Yes.
No, all good. I think the only
Okay.
thing is, Krish, so 2,500 prompts are on us or it's distributed among the others as well, partners and
Yes, yes.
so it'll be in for everyone
So
in this call.
the ones that were there in on the platform call, yes, they were the
So, Saj, if I have to tell you, okay, I think apart from Krishna and Saj, I think the rest of you people can drop.
uh guys, you can drop Niharika, Krishna, Kishore, Lakshmi, and Swati. You guys can drop now.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Saj, the reason, okay, for distribution of volume is the two project what we are expecting, and the other 8 project was also there on the table. But somewhere, because we are doing the first time from our end, somewhere a client also has a question, okay? So whether we are able to submit on time or not, how the quality is there or not. So we don't want to take that risk. That's where, we were distributed so that first couple of projects, okay, first 3 project, we can do uh, deliver beforehand so that we can gain
Mm-hmm.
those kind of trust and trust from their end. Because this project, okay, I think I don't know whether Alfia spoke to you or not. This is they have almost like they've already sent 12 RFP to us, where Ronak is working and Ronak and his team is working. So first
Mm-hmm.
couple of project we are making sure. If you remember, I mean, I was a first person where saying that platform is not ready. How do we do it? Those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of questions were there, but Alfia and my leadership, okay, they don't want to miss this opportunity. That's where, instead of 10 people, we are okay to take more than the 10 people so that we can deliver this beforehand and we can trust we can gain those trust and confidence from the client so that next time, whenever they're giving the business, they don't have those kind of doubts so that we can get larger, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
Mm,
uh, dollar values amount. I mean, larger high value projects we can get in our hands. So
yeah.
we are aiming lots of project. I mean, that's how we are looking into it.
Absolutely understandable. The thing is, I'm not doubting anything. The only thing I was suggesting, because if you are, it's about quality, then if you're rushing within 2 days, you'll probably also, depending on, so if you throw many people, you'll get all kind of responses because everyone has a different understanding. And it's a very extensive guideline, believe me or not. I worked uh, on many projects. So the thing is, to deliver a quality, we need to define a process. Even filtering on our side, I'll probably going forward, I'll create a quiz within before
Mhm,
putting
mhm.
people on the platform. So to just get their basic understanding whether this guy is worth putting an effort to be on the platform or not.
Got it, got it. No, but Sach, the strategy over it is we have a big plan for you. Don't worry about that part. The only thing is the first project, okay, we wanted to deliver it beforehand. That's how the decision taken,
That
and
should be
you will be
fine. I
receiving.
think we'll
Yeah.
will help you in that because we recently finished in March. We have delivered around 80,000 of hours because that was through my previous company Appen, but I provided them those 80,000 hours. That was the Google map for all major Indic languages.
Oh, so nice.
So those team 180 people working on the roster, but the thing is on that the platform was Google, and then Google platform was ready, and
Yes,
there
yes.
was all functionalities. But I get it because even I worked on many projects where we given the input to the Google to make that their platform ready. So I was involved in that part as well. I worked
Mhm.
directly with the Google research team in that part.
That's really great.
But yeah,
So
I know.
I
I mean,
think we can
Alfie
help you
already
in
told
many
me that
ways.
you already worked on this kind of project. I mean, I have taken all kind of information, whatever information I required. Alfie and Ronak has already provided to me. So, I mean, I'm glad
So
that you are here with us. The only thing is, there is something big is happening right now. So we also need your support on those upcoming projects.
okay, so
I
right
don't
now
want to
you
give.
just need a 10 best people for say to be on this boarded on the platform and start working from tomorrow, correct?
Yes, yes, Sachinder. So, in the mail that you have sent, that you said that you have EN India people, wherein the people are gonna, going ahead and uh, rate the prompts. But then again, I don't uh, see much confidence. Are you even you confident enough that the task that is there for this particular workflow, can it this be delivered through those guys or not? So that's why I've asked specifically that we need EN India Indian people who have worked in a call center or somewhere, who has better knowledge in vocabulary, grammar, all of that.
Yeah, so that was the another workflow, but this workflow was different where you don't need that. You just need a people with very good understanding. So probably with
Mm,
not a normal, it's a prop graduate or someone working in
absolutely, absolutely,
engineering colleges or just take it as a side hustle. So you people usually take it as a side hustle, not a full-time thing.
for sure, for sure.
Yep. And depending on the thing is every we can develop a quality product. It's just about getting the right. We can filter the people. That's our job because we know
Mm,
how to filter. And firstly, what is the requirement? The only thing is
mm.
everything takes a time and process here. But now here, it doesn't look like time is on our side because it's just couple of days, and
Yes, yes.
we don't have any filters in between. Usually, we'll create our own
Honestly,
filters.
Sachinder, you won't believe that uh, client is not even giving us much time, to have a connect, daily connect with them. So they are super busy right now, and they have a lot on their plate as well. That's why there is
Yeah,
the timelines is very
actually, they have a
stringent.
lot in their plate. So they are. That's
Correct.
the reason they are busy from their end.
Okay. So that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll try to give you best 10 people here and then let's take it on from there.
Sure.
Cool. Cool.
Yep. So just take one thing at a time when you don't have clarity of the next level. So yeah.
You're right. You're right. That what we are trying to do actually. So
Yep. Yeah. Don't, I think let's look at the current picture instead of
yeah,
jumping ahead. So yeah.
Sure.
lots of things are there, Sach. I mean, they need JSON, how the upload is happening, how the output is there, what the quality would be. I mean, I have been working this project, but we don't know what is their expectation, how many levels the JSONs will get passed out. Those things I even practically haven't seen from these people. So this is the first project. So I want to check all kind of those things, and then we can mitigate the risk, whatever we have.
I uh, I think you can. So if
Yeah.
you push your V7, whoever is working on the platform, to give you a arena where you can filter the crowd. The thing is, you need to filter. Disregard. I'll give you XX crowd. We just need
Yes.
because I can't get into their mind. You know how
Correct.
don't go on the qualification. This is my
Mm-hmm.
experience. You might
Mm-hmm.
be amazed by even a 12th pass can do better than other. It's all about what's your IQ is. This is more common sense than IQ.
Correct.
Yes,
Absolutely. They need
absolutely.
to be street smart here.
Because I have worked on many projects. Relevance we worked for a while. This is kind of relevance which I worked during my research period, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of before I was involved in data. We started from data collection way long. So I think let's focus on this and then hopefully we'll make it out something.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah,
Okay,
that will
then.
be important. I think telling you guys to give you a golden set or something where you can filter your crowd.
Yeah, we'll definitely work on that. So that's why I was saying that we have a QA team in place right now, which will be going ahead and reviewing the same thing.
Yeah.
For now, we'll do it like that, but then in future, in the next projects that we have in our plate, we'll strategize it better.
No, all good. Thank you guys
Okay.
for your time.
Likewise, likewise.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Krishna. Waiting for your
Thank you so much. Yes,
mail on the
definitely
list.
within few minutes.
And
I will be
apart from
sharing.
that, I think Raghu might have sent you a mail regarding onboarding part,
The onboarding documents.
the onboarding documents. So please get these documents as soon as possible so that we can work on creating the SOW and all, because that takes a lot of time here. It has a lot of layers in our organization to get the SOW approved. So without much ado, please uh,
Yep,
get
I'll
these
go through
documents.
that bit. Yep,
Yes,
sure.
yes. Thank you so much,
Cheers.
guys.
Saj, I
Thank
think
Yes,
you.
sir.
I'm this just checking. So you're operating this company from Australia, am I right?
Yes.
The invoice, when you send an invoice, you will have the Australia, this one, is it?
No, basically, I'm operating this. I'm in Australia, but company, I was in India in earlier, and company is established in India. So it's
Okay,
everything will
then
be.
I think, sorry, I sent you a US document, then I'll share you the Indian supporting
Yeah,
document as such. Okay,
yeah, so everything is in India. So we
okay.
are, my office is it's in Chandigarh based office. So yeah,
Okay. Okay.
cool. So yeah, I'll wait for your updated. So I'll get
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
to
because that one needs
you.
W9 form, everything, but this one doesn't need W9 form. I'll share you the details. Give me a
Cheers. Thank you.
minute.
Sure. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Sajinder.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
We'll meet soon. Thanks.
Yep. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.